Welcome everybody. We are back with the Slingshot Racing League for their summer summer throwback series here tonight. This is the first race. It is their Sim Racing Concepts preseason clash here at Daytona. We got 30 laps here tonight. I am back. I am Tony Hobrand. My partner does not seem to be here so far. Currently, hopefully he'll pop in. Ryan O'Hara is my partner. Yeah, we had a few weeks off. Last night the SSRL got back with their late model stocks at 5 Flags. That was a pretty entertaining race. If you guys didn't see it, I would recommend going back on the Twitch VOD or the YouTube channel and watching that. We are just about to start qualifying here for the race. Yeah, we got an interesting one here tonight. We got, as I said, it's the Sim Racing Concepts preseason clash at Daytona. We got 30 laps, and we won't need to worry about fuel because it is only 30 laps. They do have the full 4 sets of tires here tonight. It should be a good one. We are in the 87 cars this season. It's a short season. We got 5 races after this for the actual season, I believe. And yeah, it's got some new guys showing up, so we'll see how they go. And before we check in on qualifying, we will get to the national anthem, and we will be right back. All right, and we are back with qualifying underway. It looks like Chris Smith currently holds the top spot. He ran a 44.169 so far. Ellis Thomas is in second with a 44.179. Yeah, like I said, we've been off for a few weeks. We are coming back with a short little summer series with the 87s on Wednesdays and late model stocks on Tuesdays. Again, last night was their clash. If you didn't see it, I would definitely go check that out after this. So the coming schedule, next week we will be back here at Daytona for an 80 lap race. June 21st, we will be at Rockingham for 172 laps. June 28th is Michigan for 87 laps. Bristol on July 12th, so there will be a week off for July 4th weekend. Bristol will be 200 laps. Following week is at Darlington for 147 laps, and then they will end the season at Atlanta with 117 laps. So a nice little season here with the 87 cars. All difficult tracks, especially with these things. So we're definitely going to see who can handle these over the next couple months here. Last time we saw you, Johnny Rapp left Miami with the championship in the Truck Series. With a really nice battle between himself and Josh Ward coming down to the last race. Josh needed a little bit of a miracle to pull off the championship, and it didn't come to fruition. So Johnny Rapp did come out with it, and Patrick Colby won the last race. So he's looking to carry that momentum. He is here tonight. We got, it looks like 18 people here tonight. Only 14 people have put in lap times, and we are in the last 30 seconds. Again, it looks like I am solo right now, so forgive me if I'm a little off here and there because I got to monitor a lot of things while doing all these cameras and try to give you information. It looks like everyone's done with their Q laps, though, so it looks like Chris Smith is going to get the pole with a 43.969. He did improve on that second lap, and it looks like James Ledford in the 48 jumped to second with Sam Oliver in third. They are about to hit the grid. I need to turn that off. Not sure why it's still popped up, but as you can see, the race control is talking to the drivers currently. So that's why you can see the onboard with Tompkins there, but he's actually not a driver. We will set up these cameras so we can go through the grid here. All right, let's pop this up. All right, again, tonight, they got 30 laps here for the clash. On the pole is Chris Smith with a 43.969. James Ledford in the 48 will be starting second. Third will be Sam Oliver in the 59. Ellis Thomas in the 8 will be starting fourth. Fifth will be Jeff Taylor in the number 11. Scott Sobzak in the 81, who was fast all season last season in both series. So look for him to be in contention again here tonight. Johnny Rapp in the 52, your defending Truck Series champion on Wednesday nights, is going to be in 7th. Wesley Pistol in the number 7 will be in 8th. Starting 9th is the 66 of Eric Kulaga. Matt Scherf in the 43 will be in 10th. Rolling off 11th is Jay Steffi in the 94. Jason Ahrensberg in the 64 will be coming off 12th. The 42 of Paul Thomas will be starting in 13th. Patrick O'Toole in the number 44 will be 14th. Starting inside row 8 will be Nicholas Lovell in the number 3, and that is your race control showing up in 16th. So Patrick Colby will be starting 18th, it looks like. And we do got a few more that are not showing up on the grid. Al Corey and Christopher Campbell both join the session as well, so they're not showing up on the grid here, but they are in the server, it looks like. Alright, so we should be going green this next time by. Again, I apologize. That's a little bit of a glitch here. Let me try to reset this. There we go. All right, I got that off. So it was bugging me. Hopefully, it wasn't bugging you guys too much. But yeah, we got 30 laps here tonight. They do have 4 sets of tires, 3 of which are in the pits. I don't think they're going to use any of them unless a caution comes out, which they would definitely want to use them because the tires do wear pretty bad on these cars at plate tracks. But yeah, there's only 30 laps, so they have enough fuel to go the distance if it does stay green, so we don't need to worry about fuel strategy. It's just all going to come down to what you can do on the track here. We got some fast guys up front. We got some fast guys who didn't take any time towards the back, and I'm sure we got some guys who know how to work the draft in the middle of the field as well. So look for a lot of action throughout the field here tonight. And we should be going green this time by. A lot of nice looking paint schemes out there. A lot of retro styled ones as well. If you like any of these or have a favorite, feel free to comment, and I will try to keep an eye on chat to point that out for you guys. And Chris gets a great jump here to start the race. Gapping, he's got about a 2 car length gap over second and third place, who are side by side now going into turn 1. I'm already looking to be 3 wide back there. And oh, we got a car way into the grass there. Oh, it looks like it was Paul Thomas. He didn't hit the wall. He's keeping it straight. He doesn't look like he's got any damage other than maybe what might have caused that, but he got it back. He kept it straight, and he's gotten back on the track, so we're going to stay green. Oh, it looks like that orange and blue car just hit the wall coming out of turn 4, but he keeps it going straight as well, so we stay green, and the 59 of Sam Oliver is going to lead the race, or lead the first lap here of the race. Chris is definitely looking to try to take that lead back. As he goes to the inside here down the backstretch. And he does take it going into turn 3. Let's see if he can keep it through 4 and back onto the front stretch here as the 11 of Jeff Taylor tries to follow him through. Like somebody else got a little loose back there. I'm not quite sure who it was. Oh, it's the 64. He does have some damage. He made it through the grass, but he's going to keep it off the track, so we're going to stay under green, it looks like, if he can keep it going. He does have some heavy left front damage. It looks like he is going down to pit road, though, so we will stay under green. Back up front, though, it's 2 by 2 behind the leader here. As Chris Smith in the 28 is trying to block both lanes so he can stay up front. He does pull a little bit of the gap there by doing that. Oh, the 11 looks like he got a little loose coming out of 4. He keeps it straight, and now the 59's dropping in underneath. The 48 of James Ledford is going to follow him. So it'll move the 11 back to 4th. Looks like the 59's giving the 28 a bump draft down the backstretch. Everyone looks. Ooh, looks like Johnny Rapp got the wall coming out of 4. He may have just brushed it, it looks like. It doesn't look like there's any heavy damage there, but they're all single file through like the top 15 here, it looks like. 15th has a little bit of gap. We got the 94, that was the orange and blue car who bounced off the wall in lap 2, it looks like, and 42 Paul Thomas is still hanging out there as well. The 64 who had the heavy damage in the infield on the front stretch is 2 laps down on pit road still. Up front, it's still Chris Smith leading, with Sam Oliver in second, the 48 of James Ledford in third, Jeff Taylor in the 11 fourth, and Johnny Rapp is rounding out your top 5. Looks like Ellis Thomas is going to the outside, trying to make some moves around the number 7 of Wesley Pistol. Scott Sabzak is trying to get around both of them. He does make the pass on Ellis. And here comes the 7 trying to make his way up into 4th. Pistol does make that move, and he's going to try to go to the outside, but he hits the wall coming out of 4. He does keep it up there out of the way, so there's, again, we're staying green. No heavy calamity there. His right side does look to be, his right front fender does look to be rolled under a little bit, though, so that's going to hurt him here. It does give the top 3 a breakaway here. They got half a second between 3rd place and 4th place after that. Johnny Rapp is in 4th, leading this group. Scott Sobzak does move up into 5th here after that incident coming out of turn 4 last lap. Ellis Thomas just passed the 11 of Jeff Taylor. Oh, there's some contact. Oh, and Johnny Rapp also gets loose. And he hits the inside wall hard. And he crosses. Oh, he's going to get a penalty for entering pit road and then crossing onto the grass. That's going to suck for Johnny here tonight. And unless we get some cautions, that's probably going to ruin his chances. He did get some heavy left front damage as well out of that. Actually, let's try to get a replay here. Replay doesn't seem to be working. Forgive me. We'll stay live up front. It looks like the leader is getting past. He's going to fall to 3rd as both the 59 and the 48 pass him, coming out of 4 there. And we got another wreck back here. The 11. We're going to have to we'll do this manually. Oh. Since the replay thing doesn't seem to be working here tonight. But yeah, you can see he made contact with the 9 of Patrick Colby, got into the wall, then came down in front of the 7 and spins and bounces off the inside wall. It doesn't look like there's a caution though, so it is staying under green. He does have some, looks like his left front is missing, or no, it's shoved in. I don't know why he came back out with that, but we'll see how that goes for him the rest of the race here, as we are coming to lap 10 out of 30. We got a 7-car group up here for the lead now. We are still under green, so there have been no cautions for those last few laps of activity. '59 is your current leader. Johnny Rapp is coming off pit road. He did get his damage fixed. Let's see, he looks to be 1 lap down, and he might be going 2 laps down as we speak here. We'll see when they come back to the line. Oh, the 48 got onto the apron a little bit, got really loose, and then Scott Sobzak had to make... Oh, he's... Sobzak. Big wreck here. If that doesn't bring out a caution... I don't know what's going to here tonight, but yeah, we'll see. The 48 gets onto the apron a little bit, gets loose. Scott was just to the outside and got tail whipped a little bit, and everybody trying to check up. Massive damage for the 66 and 28. The 28 was your leader for the first handful of laps. And it looks like we are still under green, so I don't think they're going to be throwing cautions here tonight, I guess. So the 59 has a 1.1 second lead over second place here. Second place is currently Ellis Thomas, followed by Matt Scher for the 43. Looks like tonight it's going to be whoever can manage to survive and who's got the who can manhandle this thing, because they're not. It looks like nobody's going to get a break from yellows. So right now the 59er Sam Oliver is sitting pretty. He's got, although that lead is falling because these two are have a little bit of a draft here, as you can see. Second place of Ellis Thomas and third of Matt Scherf. They have cut it down to just over half a second. So. And there's about 4 more cars coming with them. We just took lap 13 of 30. We're almost halfway. Let's try to check in on a couple of those cars in the back that were involved. Scott Sobczak is staying out. He did not go down pit road, but as you can see, he's got some heavy damage. That's not going to help him. Next was Paul Thomas and Chris Smith. Chris Smith doesn't seem to have got as much damage out of that as what it initially looked like. He is working with Thomas here as they try to go forward. The 66, I know I did see coming off pit road, so it looks like he got his cars fixed. All up front, the 43 is upside down. And we do have a caution finally, so let's see how this happened. All right, so coming through 3 and 4, it looks like he just clipped the apron a little bit and pushed up the track. Then he bounced off the wall, and he goes head on into the inside wall, and it barrel rolled over from the impact. And that was a long slide into the infield grass, and then he just sits there. Unfortunate for him. It looks like his night is over, but that does there is one fast repair tonight. I guess I did forget to mention that. So people do have fast repairs. So he can get back on track, but it looks like he's gonna have to tow. So he'll probably lose a lap under caution here. And we'll see how many people come down pit road, who go, what they decide to do, and who uses a fast repair. Because I did forget to mention, for tonight only, they will be using fast repairs, and as you can see, they do need it. Some of them do need it here. Just gonna scan through the field here. Yeah, it looks like Scott might be using his here under caution. A lot of these guys are still catching the field. They were quite a long ways back. We do still have 12 people in the lead lap. The 66 here of Eric Kulaga is the first car a lap down. We will see if he gets a lucky dog or what happens with him. But the field has caught the pace car. It looks like everyone is going to be coming down pit road here. Looks like these cameras got a little messed up, so let me fix this here. There we go. As you can see, there's most of the field has come down pit road. Looks like Scott Sobczak in the blue and white 81 did use his fast repair. See that there are some 4-tire pit stops towards the back. Looks like everyone's going to be taking 4 tires here. Oh no, we did have a couple 2-tire stops up front, it looks like, I believe. Yeah, there's the race off pit road. It looks like Johnny Rapp is staying out for a wave around, and so is the 64 and the 11. I believe they're all going to be taking a wave around here. While we finish up caution, let us take our first commercial break here. I'll be back in a minute and a half. All right, and we are back, and we're on one to go here. We will have a double file restart. It looks like the 59 is going to choose the inside. Ellis Thomas will be in second on the outside, followed by Nicholas Lovell in the 3. Will be in third. Fourth will be Patrick Colby in the 9. Fifth will be James Ledford in the 48. The 94 of Jay Steffi will be sixth. Restarting 7th is Scott Sobzak, 8th is Paul Thomas, 9th is Chris Smith, and 10th will be Eric Kulaga. Currently, it looks like we have 14 cars on the lead lap. Johnny Rapp and Jason Ahrensberg are counted 1 lap down. They did get the wave around, so I believe they were 2 down, and now they are back to 1. We will be going green momentarily, though, on lap 18 of 30. It will take in the green on lap 18 here. Pace car pulls off. And out goes the green flag, and the 59 takes a big jump here. Getting about 4 car lengths, it looks like, over second place. I heard some crunching back. Oh, it looks like the 7 might have missed a shift. Yeah, it looks like he missed a shift and possibly blew his engine. That is unfortunate. Up front, though, the 3 of Nicholas Lovell is jumping to the outside down the backstretch here, followed by Patrick Colby in the 9. As they try to take the lead away from Sam Oliver in the 59. Hopefully gets a big gap there going into 3. Patrick Colby does clear for second. Got about 7 cars up here again in the front pack. Patrick looks to the inside of Lovell going into turn 1 here. They're side by side coming through turn 2. Patrick has the help. Oh, but the 59 looks to be jumping to the middle. We got 3 wide for the lead here. And Oliver is going to take the lead through the middle. Thomas looked to follow him through, but got stuck behind Patrick. We got 4 cars here all over each other for the top spot. Oliver trying to block both lanes going through turn 1 and 2 here. Lovell jumps to the inside going down the backstretch into turn 3. Looking to take the lead, and he will clear him going into 3 with a big run. He's got about 2 car lengths over second and third place now. Patrick Colby following. Oliver looks to be shuffled back here to 4th by the time we get to turn 1, as Ellis Thomas also comes through. Lovell is one of the newcomers to the league this season. Ellis Thomas jumping to the inside of Patrick Colby for second. Looks like he's going to make that pass here, going through 3 and 4. Colby almost gets the wall out of 4, keeps it off, but it checks up quite a few people, as you saw the 48 have to make evasive maneuver. Thomas is looking for the lead. He dives the inside into 1. Lovell tried to throw a little bit of a block, but he knew it wasn't going to work. And we do have a caution. We have a caution. Let's try to find the 45. Let us replay here. Oh, come on. All right. Coming through the trial, but looks like he got a little loose. Oh, he got bumped. The 44 turned him, and he comes back and pancakes the 66 and 44. It looks like those are the only 3 who did get involved, but yeah, the 44 got into the back of the 45 there in the trial when it was light, when the car is light, and he just lost control and he overcorrected back into the group of cars there. Unfortunate. Ellis Thomas is your leader, though, as the caution came out, followed by Lovell, Oliver, Ledford, and Chris Smith is back up to 5th. That is your top 5. And we are currently on lap 23 of 30. So we are going to have a 4 or 5 lap shootout here to end the race once we go back green.
All my sound's turned off, so I'm not sure where the static's coming from. Yeah, in the background. I can't turn it off. I'll see what I can do. I gotta turn off the air. Ugh. Is the race already over? Jeez.
Looks like the top 3, 4, 5, or top 4 are staying out. We did have about half the field come down pit road here. We're going to take one quick commercial break here as we got some things going on in the background. We'll be right back.
I can't turn off the damn thing.
How do we get these one-of-a-kind amazing trophies? Well, we were fortunate to find UD Awards when we started our league. We reached out and we connected with Christopher, and we got started designing these one-of-a-kind works of art. The process was easy from start to finish. After just a few revisions, we finalized each one of them, and the team at UD got to work building each trophy from scratch. They're a small team, but they've got the ability to do just about anything your brain can imagine. And don't worry, if you're not an artist, they've got an entire catalog of unique trophies in pretty much any material you can imagine. Wood, acrylic, glass, and in the case of last season's trophy, metal. The best part, they're affordable. If you're looking for a trophy for your event or league, the choice is simple. UD Awards can give you exactly what you want. Are you looking for...
Yeah, so much for getting paid this week.
All right, we are back. It looks like we'll be taking the one to go next time by. Ellis Thomas is your current race leader, followed by Nicholas Lovell and Chris Smith, your top 3. If we do get the one to go this time, then we will have 5 laps to go when the green comes out.
And Ryan O'Hara here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Daytona International Speedway. I'm joining this race late. But as Tony said, we will have about 5 laps to go if we go back to green next time by. Patrick O'Toole was given an end-of-line penalty for being found to be the cause of that last accident. Ellis Thomas is your leader. Nicholas Lovell is second. Chris Smith third. Eric Kulaga is in fourth. Paul Thomas in fifth. And rounding up the top 10, we have Patrick Colby, Sam Oliver, James Ledford, Scotty Sobsack, who apparently decided to change his name to Scotty from Scott, and Jeff Taylor. And Tony, tell the fans, about the first part of this race. Obviously, we've had a few incidents.
Yeah, apparently the iRacing service wasn't calling any yellows that they normally would, so that's why we had a few of those wrecks happen that didn't bring out a caution. We had 2 or 3 of those. The 28 car of Chris Smith was one of those involved. The 66 was also involved in one. Both of them have recovered nicely. The 66 was also involved in that last one. We did have the first caution was for the 43 Matt Scherf being upside down in the infield grass, and then this last caution when the 44 got into the back of the 45, he got loose, came back up and squeezed the 66 and 44 back into the wall, and it looked like it was just those 3 cars involved. Yeah, and we've ran 25 laps now out of the 30 laps for the Clash here. It has definitely been a good, an exciting show, whether it's been good racing up front for the lead or a couple of big incidents like that. But we will be coming to the green this time by, and we will have 5 laps to go. I do believe there are 2 green-white checkers again for this race and this season, so we will see if they use those or not, as the pace car looks like he's about to pull off here.
And we will have 5 laps to go when we get back to the green flag. Ignore the white flag. That is incorrect. I'm seeing that on my screen as well. We will not have 1 lap to go when we come to the green. We will have 5. And here comes Ellis Thomas leading the field. The green flag is back out.
He gets a nice jump. He got a couple car lengths, and Chris Smith followed him also with a big jump that leaves Lovell here stuck on the outside. I'm sure he wanted to get to the bottom, but he'll have to try to fight his way back.
And Tony, the cool thing about these 1987 cars, no power steering, so all of these guys are really tugging on that wheel, and they're probably going to need a massage after this race. But here comes Nicholas Lovell on the outside, side drafting Ellis Thomas down the back straightaway. However, he does not have any help. The 28 of Chris Smith is still right on the bumper of that Coors machine as we come around turn number 4, and Ellis Thomas will get that draft. But here comes the 59 machine coming to the inside. That is Sam Oliver, and he's going to give the front guys a run for their money.
Yeah, all 4 of these guys have been up front most of the race, and all 4 of them have led at different times. Smith led the first chunk of the race previously. Then the 59's been back and forth with the 3. For the most part since then, and Ellis Thomas has led a handful of laps here too lately. So as you can see, the level is still trying to find a way to get back by all these guys, as we've got 3 cars all over each other going into 3 for the lead, with Lovell right there in 4th. And Sobzak is coming back into the picture after being in an incident earlier. He's finally caught back up to the leaders as he's trying to make moves here to the front.
And the 3, Lovell got loose coming off. Whoa, trouble! Chris gets into the back of Ellis Thomas. Chris Smith turns Ellis Thomas into the infield, and that will give the lead to Sam Oliver.
Thomas made a great save, though, keeping it straight, but Johnny Rapp gets into the wall in 1 here, and he gets loose and spins, and that's going to bring out another caution. Let us take a quick look at that here.
And Johnny Rapp just got into the outside wall, got a little bit too high, overcorrected, and spun out, smacked the outside wall. I was
He did
thinking
have
for a second, Ellis Thomas was, slowing up a little bit and was getting back onto the track, but that had nothing to do with it. Johnny Rapp just got too high and
well, he did have a car on his inside in the middle lane, so he didn't have a whole lot of room either. So I'm sure he was kind of worried about that. But yeah, it just stepped out on him up there, and he caught the wall, and then, as you said, it spun him around, and he did come down into someone, and only one other car got involved. But I don't think the other car got too much damage out of it. But yeah, Johnny Rapp has some heavy damage once again here. And I do believe he already used his one fascia pair for the night, so this is gonna be tough luck for him here to try to finish this off.
I'm just really curious from a graphic standpoint. Is there any way we can get rid of that white flag, or is that an iRacing glitch?
That's on your end for joining in the middle of the session. No, it's not showing up on our end here.
Well, that'll do it.
But yeah, the 59 Sam Oliver was the leader when the caution came out, so he is still scored up front, followed by Lovell, who did make it up to second. Smith fell back to third. But yeah, it started when it looked like, I don't know if Chris tried to give him a bump or if he tried to make a late move to the outside, but he just barely brushed the right rear bumper of Ellis Thomas, and it sent him into the infield. But Ellis did a hell of a job saving it and keeping it straight, came back on the track without any issues other than other cars trying to give him space, and then we had the caution that we did. But it does look like we will have our first green-white checker here, as we are currently on lap 30, and the race has been extended.
And Thomas caught a lucky break, from that caution. He was able to maintain the 9th position. However, we see some parts and pieces hanging out of the number 8, and he has brought that machine down pit road. And it looks like he's going to get some tires and fix the damage.
Looks like Johnny Rapp, Wesley Pistol, and I believe Scott Sobzak are also all on pit road, and they're all changing tires and obviously fixing any damage they've got. As we got a green-white checker here, and I'm definitely sure the tires are going to really help, because the 87s do wear these out. No, that was not Scott Sobzak. That was Patrick O'Toole in that white and blue car. They both have white and blue cars. I got them mixed up. My bad.
But with a name like Pistol, the number 7 of Wesley Pistol, do you think that he was a good shot in high school, or a good shot, right now? I mean, with that name, he's got to have a good shot, good aim.
I would hope so. You gotta live up to it somehow.
Exactly, but at the same time, just because of your name doesn't really mean you're gonna make it to the big leagues. I mean, Scott Speed wasn't exactly a top NASCAR Cup Series driver.
Yeah, he did well in other disciplines though, and some things don't always work out for everybody.
You know what? But I will say this: most people can't say that they got an F1 license.
That is true.
Yep.
Looks like we are coming to 1 to green this time by. So
and because this is the 1987 machines, we will have a single file restart from my understanding.
No, they have been running double file restarts.
Double file restarts. Okay, so it's 1987 with 2009 rules.
Gotta make as much excitement as you can. Put on a show. And that might only be for tonight. I'm not sure if they're gonna keep double files for the rest of the season. It might just be a clash thing. But yeah, we are coming to we are on 1 to go, and we will have our first green-white checker. And again, I believe there are only 2 green-white checkers tonight.
And that's probably a good thing, given that we're at a restrictor plate track, and people tend to be really aggressive, at tracks like this.
And these cars are a handful.
Absolutely.
And it's still good to see that we got 15 cars still in the lead lap, all and 17 that are still in the race. So I believe everybody still that started the race is still running, actually. So everyone's here to put on the show for you guys. Hopefully, guys, you're enjoying this in the chat.
Once again, my apologies for showing up late. But apparently it's been a very exciting race. And Tony, Ellis Thomas will be restarting in 12th. With fresh tires and that damage completely fixed, do you think he has a chance of getting back up to the front?
Well, it all depends on if he can avoid anything that comes in the next few laps, because I'm sure that the chaos isn't over, whether or not they wait until the last lap so that they stay green, or if we get another green-white checker. You got to dodge the bullets to make sure you can finish up front, and that's going to be the key here. I'm sure he can make the moves. It's just you got to keep off the flying cars in front of you. But the pace car is about to pull off here with Sam Oliver and Nicholas Lovell on your front row.
And here we go. The time is now. Sam Oliver leads the field to the green flag. 2 laps to go here in the clash.
Lovell spins his tires in the second position, but he recovers nicely. He's staying with him. He even dives to the inside. Oh, big block.
That was a nice block there by Oliver. And here comes Patrick Colby. He's going to try to give Lovell a push on the outside. Chris Smith on the inside. Let's see what happens down the back straightaway. Scott Sobczak also trying to join the fray.
Everyone just has to remember that you got to be extremely careful with the pushing in these cars, because they are really light in the rear, and we've seen a lot of people spin here tonight from getting bumps.
And Colby got a little squirrely down the back straightaway. He was forced to check up, and that's going to leave Nicholas Lovell all by himself as they come to the white flag, 1 to go. And at the line, Sam Oliver is your leader.
And the race will be official after this lap. Side by side, 3-4 deep. We got, 8, 9 cars up here. Ellis Thomas is back in the picture as well. He's looking to come flying to the front here. Lovell gets shuffled to the outside, 3 wide.
On the backstretch. Here comes Chris Smith on the inside. What's Sam Oliver going to do? He throws the block. Smith goes high. But here comes the aid of Ellis Thomas. 3 wide on the final lap. Who's going to win it? And Oliver gets the push from Sobczak. Thomas gets up into the wall.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like he got a little high there. He gets on the wall again. It looks like Sam Oliver's going to get the win here with Scott Sobczak pushing him to the line. And the 11 of Jeff Taylor.
Sam Oliver wins the clash at Daytona.
And Jeff Taylor finishes 3rd. That was a hell of a last lap. They definitely put on a show. I hope the fans enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. That was some great racing by everyone.
Tell you what, you gotta give a 10 out of 10 to Ellis Thomas for the effort. Yeah, he got the draft off Colby. He made it 3 wide down the backstretch, and he threw it down there in turns 3 and 4. And obviously, no power steering. So it, if he were in the next gen car, he probably would have passed him. But these cars are a little bit more difficult to drive.
Yeah, and again, I think he got a little high there and got sucked into the wall just a little bit, and it killed his momentum. But it was definitely put out the effort for that. He definitely had a shot. But again, Sam Oliver was up front almost the entire night as well, so he definitely earned it, and he came home with the win here. Great race by everyone involved. We will get your top 3 into the booth here for interviews in just a moment, as you can see Sam doing his burnouts here.
And Sam Oliver is, from my understanding, he's new to the league.
No, he has been here before, but it's been a while.
It's been a while, but hey, basically coming out of the Slingshot Energy retirement, and Sam Oliver picks up the win in his first start back. How about that?
So he definitely put on a good show. He definitely showed off. He is definitely competitive here on the plate tracks at least. We will get you top 3 here in just a moment.
And that was a good run for Jeff Taylor as well. He was kind of a dark horse for those last few laps, and he was able to pick up a top 3 finish.
All right, do you want to take the first guy here?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
Jeff Taylor, you are in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, sure do.
Hey, Jeff Taylor, Ryan O'Hara here with Slingshot Racing. Congratulations on your top 3 finish. Tell us about the end there. It seems quite thrilling. And you were more of a dark horse much of this race, so you kind of snuck in there and You nearly got yourself a win. Tell us about your day.
Yeah, it was kind of rough. Got real lucky. A lot of luck involved. Got in the wall, ended up a lap down. Had to take a wave around. Got tires and really just committed to the low line, and whatever happened was going to happen. So I really bet all I could do there. But it was a lot of fun, and really a lot of respect from the drivers out there. And it looks to be a good season.
Now, obviously, these 1987 cars have no power steering and are extremely difficult to drive compared to what we see on the track today. Is the difficulty of the car and the history of the sport, is that what has attracted you to join the Slingshot Energy 1987 Cup Series this season?
Now, I've got an 87, actually 88 SS in the garage, and I tell you what, these drive exactly like it drives.
Well, that pretty much explains it. It's so like kind of like NASCAR back in the day. What you saw in the shop is what you saw on the racetrack, and for people who are traditional and come from that background, that's one of the coolest things about NASCAR, especially in this era.
Yeah, I'm more traditional than I want to be. I was at Earnhardt's first win in his last race. A lot of fun stuff in between.
Absolutely. In fact, I actually met Dale Sr. at 2000 Cup Race in Phoenix. That was my first race. I met him that weekend as a 7-year-old. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. As a Gordon fan at the time, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I met Dale before I met Jeff. So
Jim Rickman gave me my first beer.
Wow.
That's a story.
I can't hold a candle to that story.
They were having a birthday bash for him outside turns 1 and 2 at Martinsville one year. I was 13 and went by there, and he was sitting there signing booze and giving beers away. It was kind of cool for a 13-year-old. He was an awesome guy.
The luckiest 13-year-old in the United States.
That day I was.
Awesome, man. Congratulations on the top 3, and we will see you next week.
Great. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, that was Jeff Taylor, the number 11. That was your 3rd place finisher. We will pull in Scott Sobczak in just a second here. Scott, you got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you definitely had a interesting race and had to come back through a lot of chaos there. You had a shot there at the end. Is there anything else you could have possibly done? And again, congrats on that second after all of that, man. How you feeling tonight?
Yeah, man. Slingshot racing back for summer season. It'll be fun. It was a pretty fun Daytona exhibition race. I'm just glad it was at New Daytona, not the old one. This one's a little bit more enjoyable. And no, there's not much I could have done at the end. I think we made the right call to do tires at that last pit stop with a few other guys, and that allowed us to get up to the front at the very end and at least have a chance. So that was fun. It was actually a really good, fun, clean last couple laps. So. Yeah, the only thing I could have done is get to the bumper there of Sam and try to get turn him around or something, but I don't think I had the momentum to do that if I got there. So.
Yeah, again, like you were saying, like you guys, there's like 6 or 7 of you there, all had a shot at the win there, and you guys are all racing hard, but you guys are all keeping it off each other. So you definitely shown a lot of respect, and especially for an exhibition race like this. But You find anything out that you can bring into next week that you can maybe take advantage of?
I think maybe just some guys that you can work with, and maybe more importantly, the guys that you want to stay away from. That's always maybe the more important thing, and you can see that play out in a race like this, and kind of have a game plan for who's around you next week. And when it starts paying out points, that's where it matters. So we'll take a note of that and go back and look, and see what we can do next week, but it should be fun.
All right. Well, again, congrats on the 2nd place here tonight in the Clash, and hopefully see you up here again next week. And have a good one, man.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
And is the name change for good luck, Scott?
There's too many Scotts around here. We need a Scotty, so here I am.
Oh, there we go. I think for now, Scott Tompkins, you don't have to worry about him so much, but. Well, congratulations on the 2nd place finish. We'll see you soon.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
That was your 2nd place finisher of Scott Sobczak, and your winner here in the 59 of Sam Oliver. We will bring in just a moment. Sam Oliver, you're at the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on the win, Sam. It's nice to meet you as well, Ryan O'Hara. And this is Tony Hilbrand. And from my understanding, you haven't been in the Slingshot Energy Racing League in quite some time. And here you are on your first start back, and you're back in victory lane. So congratulations. Tell us how cool it is to be back in victory lane, your first start in the league, or first start back in the league.
Yeah, it's awesome. I ran this series last summer. I pretty much, it's hard to pull me out of these 87 cars. I think they're just a ton of fun to drive. So take advantage of any kind of fun leagues I can find. And Slingshot always puts on a good operation. So awesome to come in here and win the first race. And it was just a real joy to drive. Felt like I was Dale Earnhardt with my arm out the window.
Well, speaking of which, you were driving that Wrangler car, and did you feel like that you were Dale Sr. at some points during the race, and that you could see the air?
Sure. I actually have a paint scheme. I'm not sure why it didn't show up on the broadcast. I run it through trading paints, but I have to try and figure that out.
I think it's because he showed up late and the paint didn't load. It was on my end for the broadcast, so it did show up for. But yeah, he had a white and blue car. What does it say? It's
my sponsor is Taiga Boats. They're a surf wakeboard boat company.
Yeah, I have the Wrangler, and I think the issue is that most of my schemes show the custom number. So perhaps I think I don't know. The custom number schemes are a little bit different.
Well, yeah, you definitely put on a show tonight. You were up front most of the race. You did lead 18 laps, it looks like. So. And it was pretty clean up front, even though you guys were pretty aggressive. You guys put on a great show, and again, congrats on the win. Is there any, obviously, your sponsor you did talk about, is there anyone else you want to shout out or thank before you head out here tonight?
Yeah, just you guys for putting on the broadcast. Looking forward to having y'all call the races. And yeah, it was fun. There was a couple moments there. I think I went 3 wide once or twice, and just had a ton of fun tonight. Not caught up in a crash, which seems like it's either that or top 3 finish here with me. So glad to have the latter of the two.
Well, hopefully you can keep this momentum in next week for I believe it's 80 laps next week. So a bit longer race, but same track and same discipline, obviously. So hopefully get to talk to you again next week. And again, congrats, man.
Hey, looking forward to it, guys. Thanks.
Welcome. Congratulations, and we'll see you for the Slingshot Energy League's version of the Daytona 500.
Have a good one, man.
10-4.
All right, that was your race winner. I kind of cut him off there. Sorry about that, Sam. If you watch us back. Yeah, that was some pretty good racing. I know you didn't get to see most of it, but you did come in at the end. What did you think of the racing here tonight, especially the ending that you got to see?
Well, the last few laps were pretty entertaining, and it could have easily wrecked once or twice more than what I saw, and I thought that it was a very professional race. And for an exhibition race, to have only 2 cars finish outside the lead lap, that says a lot about these guys. And we're gonna have a fun season, Tony. Season 2.
Yeah, and it is a shorter season, but there's definitely some good tracks out there. I did go through the schedule towards the beginning of the broadcast for anyone who showed up late and didn't get to catch it live. I guess I could run through that real quick for you guys again.
That would be fantastic.
All right, so again, next week we got 80 laps here back at Daytona. Then we are at Rockingham for week 2 for 172 laps on June 21st. June 28th, we are at Michigan for 87. Then we are off July 4th week. We will be back July 12th for 200 laps at Bristol. Then the next week is 147 laps at Darlington, and we end the season on July 26th at, I believe it's going to be the Old Atlanta, for 117 laps.
You mean you don't want to see these 87 cars at the new Atlanta Motor Speedway and have a plate race?
Personally, that track shouldn't exist, but I'm not the one who makes the schedule. I'm
totally with you on that. I'm just being sarcastic.
Yeah, I know. But I do believe Ellis and Chris said it was the Old Atlanta. So, again, thanks everyone who joined tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Anything you want to say before we head out here, Ryan?
No, not a whole lot. Just wanted to apologize for the miscue there. But we will be back together next week at Daytona International Speedway for the Slingshot Racing League's version of the Daytona 500. I'm Ryan O'Hara. This is Tony Hilbrand. We hope all of you have a great night. Sam Oliver, congratulations on winning the Clash.
And we will catch you again next week, everyone.
That kind of sucks, but took a million years.